Welcome back. All of the info is at the end of the video and some tips and secrets. Gemini, we are doing your reading. Okay, let's have a look at this. This feels pretty full on. Look, number one, Gemini, I understand. Okay, you're probably really fed up right now. You're like, come on, Yildiz, is there going to be anything beautiful coming? Now, number one, let's talk about the reasons why potentially you could feel that way. Number one is you were in the North Node for 18 months. We did then move through Venus retrograde, which was quite heavy for the collective. It makes us look at our values, look at our beauty, look at our money. We had a lot of money go out the door. We also then moved into Mercury retrograde, which dipped into Aquarius a little bit and then was in Capricorn. So it has hit your transit hard, and you are Mercury in nature. So by the time you got to this point of the year, technically it's the new lunar calendar. You're fed up. Now, what I can say is you are trying to get into the Gemini energy of yin yang, right? You're trying to get into that balance. You're like, oh, I do, for some reason, I get this notion that whatever this is, it's going to be a 360 very quickly. I feel you want to have good wellness. I feel you want to have good connections. I feel you want to have a beautiful, successful career. Some of you are coming through the gate this month, almost, pushing back and really, saying this is who I am. And I feel it's quite bold. I feel your demeanor is really changing the way you tackle things. It's almost like I feel you're cutting things off, cutting things out. Try not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I would advise not to do that. This is a time where, and the way I mentioned the video, the title of the video was really based on what is coming through here, is keep a little bit of the old, keep a little bit of the new so you have your direct foundation. If you get energetically triggered by what you're seeing in the media, technology, your Mercury in nature is energy, North Node and Taurus, step back for a minute. Step back and get into that yin and yang. I do feel you're trying to tie things up, tie up loose ends, get life back on track, feel that you're, really living that path that feels authentic to you. The problem is when we are cleaning up all the junk in the trunk of, ghosts of girlfriends or boyfriends past, it can feel a little bit messy. This was linking in the last 18 months prior to this point, which is a little bit longer now, to your relationship sector. So it's perfectly natural that for some of you, be it it's your work, be it it's your love life, that you're fed up, that you're like, look, I want so much more. It has changed. That portal now, you're moving out of that portal. In the heart, it can feel quite cutting. It may be that we're trying to protect the heart chakra, that we're trying to get to the point that we're protecting us. We're throwing ourselves like Rapunzel in a tower and we're like, come and meet me beyond halfway. And I think the thing is not to go to extremities. It's, healthy boundaries and the truth of who we are. The truth is if we've healed. Cutting things out. Blocking people's numbers, doing things to that degree. It's almost like I feel you're cleaning shop, but you're restructuring. And I feel by this restructuring, it's going to get some balances. You're going to get some rewards from it. I also feel for some of you, it is coming through relating to work as well. I am saying in your work life, if you're doing something, if you're really not liking your job, as we have all these directs, I think, it could get to a point you want to do all or nothing. For others of you, I feel the creative projects coming through, and also feel you're really wanting to, like I said, get into this wellness, have this happy vibe, have people around you. This circular motion, you want some fancy treats. You want some things that are making you feel beautiful. I do feel if an individual, if it's been going back and forward, it's like, can this mend? Can it be fixed? You're tempted to be playful. I do feel as we move into about the end of this week to the second week, I kind of feel this very spunky vibe coming through. And it's almost like, it's playful, but in a naughty way. It's like more than meet me halfway. It can be the tone, the vibe you're having, the way you're dressing. Because you're ready for a new life. You're ready for the new. I do feel somebody could potentially make you a very tempting offer. I do feel somebody can come to the table and actually offer you a, you know, a little bit of a treaty. It's like, I'm sorry, I did wrong by you. I think it can come in a sense of a surprise for you. You might feel a little bit catty, but I'm seeing it to be quite heart-centered here. I do feel you're ready for this new life, though. So this new vibe, whatever it's going to be, you've really looked back at all the sacrifices you made, you know, and it was like a repeating pattern. It was like a broken record to you. So where you are, yes, we have the inner power, but psychologically, how it's being shown to me is sometimes we can say to ourselves, well, we curse. Why does this keep happening? Why do I keep going in these loops? Why do I keep attracting these stories? I am saying that for you. When it does come to the higher power, Neptune and Pisces is giving you a download. Neptune and Pisces is showing you the way. The movement forward, I do feel you're going to be quite fearless. And I do feel, again, as we do move in towards mid-month, it can be quite sparky and spicy. This can be with an old flame. For some of you, we've got the South Node here in reverse. For some of you, it can just be, look, sod this, you know, I'm moving forward. I also feel with a work-related dynamic, it's doing the same thing. That's where I was feeling it's almost like throwing something out and starting fresh. Not necessarily is that completely necessary. It could be pretty risky, especially with the North Node in Taurus. So again, come through and look at your astrology in the subscription hub. You're moving into the emotional energy. You're kind of like, okay, do I go with the flow? Do I move into it? Do I jump in the deep end and commit my all? Some of you are feeling that you don't want to be used. Some of you are observing a situation and you don't like the way people are treated. I'm feeling this is in your circle. This is in your crowd. This can be associated with the love interest that you're looking at. And you're kind of standing there going, why is this happening? Because if I did this to you, you wouldn't do X, Y, and Z. So it does feel you're trying to keep cool. You're trying to keep cool, okay? You may just come through the gate quite abruptly and directly say your piece and walk your truth. But that, you know, this could be the other person's energy to resolve. But I feel you getting frustrated and maybe feeling dragged into the middle of a circumstance. Clarity. Yeah, and yeah, feeling quite like, how am I dragged into this? Why do I get dragged into these situations that are really old? Nothing to do with me. And yes, for some of you, it can feel that it has been going on and on and on. I feel in the past, you had to walk away from certain individuals. You had to walk away from certain things. I do feel, you know, if you had known back then what you know now, you would have dealt with it differently. I feel this critical energy coming through, almost like, why didn't I see that? Why was I putting up with that? It's always a, you know, hindsight 360 that we know these things. But I feel when it does come to, you know, really gauging what the past was, we're kind of moving into murky waters. Don't allow your past to define where you are going, though, because I do get that there's going to be beautiful things, but try to trust your ability. I'm really seeing through the cards at the moment, there is a possibility of a grand new beginning here, and this can be with a romantic interest. I also feel some of the things in your life are moving, that things are moving around in a piece of puzzle sense. It can feel messy. It can feel the mind or the 3D energy is messy. We got clear up and we got cutting out. So, you know, murky waters, very Chiron energy into heart-centered energy to get us where we need to be, what we need to do. In the heart space, by healing, by being open, you open that door. That is your point of manifestation. In the 3D, by giving our power away, and repeating that, I've said it so many times, repeating that cake, you know, we can't be blaming Gaia when we're doing much ado about nothing. But I do feel you've reached that pivotal point. Like, no, I'm not going to give in to everyone. I have to get structure back in my life. I do have personal needs. you're walking your truth. Just try not to go to extremes, because this can go really extreme in the next 2 weeks with Pisces. It can be beautiful for co-creative energy. On the lower spectrum of things, it can be disillusioned, toxicity, pacifiers, egoic projection. Come back to this grounded energy. Protect your nervous system. Look after your aura. Get grounded. Love and light. I will see you during the week. We'll have another update. I feel this is very positive. I do feel get down to a communication. Since I feel by mid-month you're going to be a little bit cheeky, especially with this love interest. And, you know, there's this tempting kind of tantalizing frequency between the two of you. I'll see you on the other side. Love and light. Take care. We do bring weekly content to you that does have extensions. If you need the link, it's directly below. Very separately, on a very exciting level, we have the Star Sign subscription being launched. It will be open before the end of the month and launched for March 2022. We also have the Twin Flame subscription. Now, both of these can be bought in duo, and with the duo packs and the higher levels, we do have the free guided meditation video and audio tracks, which are being added to. 2 extra channels, as I mentioned, lives during the week on Friday. Click the bell for the notification, and I'll see you on the other side for your star signs. For private sessions, my contacts are below.